Welcome, everyone, to the second episode of the Sunday Hubbub podcast. I am your host, Zebra Fries, however you want to say it, also called Taylor. With me today, we have Intergalactic Godfather, also Nathan.
Hey
How
there.
you doing?
I'm doing good.
We also have Axial Vagabond, or Gabe. How you doing?
I'm eating Frosted Flakes.
So you're 10 out of
Again?
10.
Oh, God.
And last but not least, we have Pure Vanilla B, or Morgan. How you doing?
Oh, yo, what's the hubbub, bub?
I love you. I love you so much. I forgot that was a thing already.
My thing.
I'm leaving.
Dad,
Don't
no.
leave. No.
Dad, no. Please, no. Don't do this to me. Anyway, today we are talking all about Marvel. This is going to be full of spoilers, so if you haven't seen Endgame, which I'm not sure why you haven't yet, it's been like a month and a half or something.
It's
don't
already been
watch
over
this.
$2 billion.
Or
Yeah, it
don't
is.
listen
Has it
because
passed
this
Avatar
is
yet?
audio only.
It is not, no,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
close.
It's not. Well, what is it at right now? I forgot to look that up. I've had a warning.
$2.5 billion.
Okay. So I'm just
But
gonna.
Avatar's $2.72 billion,
Yeah.
so...
So I'm just gonna say I've had a morning today. We're not gonna go into it, but I had a morning.
Hashtag mood.
So if I'm a little cranky today, I'm sorry. But
It's okay. I had an evening.
I also had an evening. I've had a week, man. I mean,
Same.
we were gonna film this last week, and then medical problems galore for me. And then it's just gotten worse. I thought it was gonna get better, and it's just gotten worse. It's been a lot. But anyway, let's go back to Marvel. Let's go back to it's not, I can't even say a fun topic because it's just
Guys.
depressing.
Let's have a marvelous time.
Oh, okay.
Get out!
I'm leaving.
Get out!
Oh god. Alright, well we found the Barbara of the group.
Is I.
Yep. Okay. So let's start with some just general questions. Wow, I can't say words.
You nailed that.
Listen, I'm gonna blame the new medication because it makes you dumb. So, first question: Who? God, I can't today. I really can't. What is your favorite Marvel movie? Let's start with you, Nathan.
So, I'd have to say, Captain America, Winter Soldier. It's just, hands down, the best story and the best transformation of the main character.
Okay. I can see that. That's one of my contenders, honestly. Alright. What about you, Gabe?
Winter Soldier and what's it called?
Who's in it?
It's the Thor one.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, those two. Like Winter Soldier mainly because like Sebastian Stan is the love of my life.
Oh
and,
my lord.
he is so good in that. Like not even like attractive wise, but just like the way that he does his characterization. Like I love it so much. I love like that whole lone wolf type character. And then Ragnarok because like even though it's really, really depressing, like it's really good and they did it really well and I'm just like, yes. Also it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one because of
It's like it's got a really good just storyline in general.
Mhm.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It's so like entertaining in all aspects.
I really like Ragnarok because I feel like it's the comedic relief of just the entire MCU.
I agree.
Like,
oh yeah.
it's like, it gives you such a nice break before so much horribleness happens.
I mean that's basically the ending teaser on that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the setup. Like
That's
that is the
right
last
before
one
Infinity
before
War.
shit breaks.
Although Hela is kind of a witch.
She's awesome,
Best
I love
W
her.
to be, but yeah.
She's a hella bitch.
Alright, Morgan.
Okay.
Morgan.
Big
Favorite
shocker here. Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Wow.
But also, I love Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
You know, that's a good choice.
It's,
I always forget that's MCU.
that's probably like my go-to, like on a bad day, is I'll just sit there and watch Guardians.
You know, that's a good movie.
It's a good feel-good movie.
It is.
You know, I can't blame you. I love Chris Pratt. I think he's hysterical in that. He's like the line where, what is it? It's like, why do you want to save the galaxy? And he's like, 'cause I'm one of the morons that lives in it. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, that's a good reason, okay?
It's a good reason to want to be
You don't
a
have like
hero.
a moral high ground for it. It's like, because I'm trying to survive. Okay,
Because
you got
with
me.
you.
I think it's definitely one of those humbling type things because I'm so tired of heroes being like, it's the right thing to do. It's like literally if I had superpowers and was able to save the world, my first response would not be like, it's the right thing to do. It'd be like, I mean, what else am I doing with my life?
See, I'm more Jeremy. I'm like on a Jeremy level where it's like, oh, I have superpowers, I'm a supervillain. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I know
I'm like-
myself.
I'm like
So you're like
vigilante
one of the
type
dudes from
thing.
Chronicle.
Sure. I don't
Ever see that movie?
What
Probably?
movie?
Chronicle.
With Riddick?
No. Chronicle is just the name.
I don't
I
think
don't
I've
know.
ever seen it, no.
Well,
Oh, is it that one with the kids that get the superpowers and then one of them goes crazy?
exactly.
That's me.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's me. Okay. So, well, it's my turn to answer, and I'm gonna shake it up a little bit.
Ooh.
Winter
My-
Soldier?
No,
Iron Man.
actually, no. Okay, Iron Man is one of my favorites, but it is not the, like, top two. It's Avengers, the first one, and not Winter Soldier. You guys kept saying it. Civil War.
Oh. You
Civil-
know,
Civil
Yes.
War is a really, really good one. Because it really,
See-
like, shows them, like, that breakdown. And it
I think
shows, like,
Civil War has my favorite plot.
it has such a good plot. And then we also get Spider-Man in it. And I love him.
It's true.
I love Spider-Man so
Spider-Person.
much.
I'm completely in disagreement with when it comes to Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it and I appreciate the breakdown. I appreciate the plot line, but also as like an outside perspective, like it just kind of pisses me off because it's like it's one of those things that's like both parties are right, but they're too stubborn to realize that both of them are right to come to a compromise. And I hate movies that use that like we're too stupid to talk like adults. So then we fight each other, and I hate those kind of tropes because it's like if you just sat down and had a conversation without completely blowing up, like none of this would have happened, and you guys would have been such a stronger unit so that in the future when something bad happens that does, you know, you wouldn't hate each other. And I'm just like I think it was definitely one of those things that like yes, I appreciate it, and yes, it needed to happen whether it's canonical or not, but like it's also kind of like one of those things that's like, oh, okay, so you couldn't think of anything else except they are fighting each other. Wow, good job. You know?
Yeah.
I agree with that, but also there was tension with Tony and Cap from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And that's been building for so long, and no matter what, they were gonna butt heads on that, and Tony has always been saying, like, Cap, you're doing everything wrong. Like, this is not how we need to be. Like,
yeah.
he's like, I don't want to be doing this, and Cap's like, well, we need to be doing this.
But that's the
Yeah,
thing,
no,
though,
like,
is
I
because they're from the two different eras. You
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that, like, I get why it needed to happen, and I understand it, and I can appreciate how well they, you know, did it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's like one of those things. It's like, as someone who understands how quickly friendships can explode, it's just like, really, guys, like, come on, you guys are fucking adults. One of you has more PhDs than, you know, God, and the other literally understands how structure should work. You guys should be able to work together as normal fucking adults. It's not difficult.
I
Wait,
think
wait,
part
I
of it
have
was that
I have a legitimate question. Who has more PhDs, Stark or Banner?
Stark.
Dark.
Start.
Does he really?
Yeah.
So.
How many
Banner
does
only
Stark
has 8.
Banner has 7.
Only has 8.
Oh, I thought he had 8.
No, he
Maybe
says
Stark
in
has 8.
Ragnarok. He says in Ragnarok that he has 7.
I'll Google it.
Shout out to Google.
Okay. Let's go on to the next question. What is your favorite line in the MCU?
I can
I
do
can
this
do
all
this
day.
all
Is a good
day.
one. Iron Man is a good one.
Yep.
Or the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, that's it. No. His snarky response in that one, where what is it? Star-Lord responds to what's his blue judge guy dude thingy.
Ronan.
That's like Ronan. So he's being ignorant, being an ignorant ass to the crew, but he just throws it right back out. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he has a dance off. I'm like, whoa, so awesome.
Yeah. What about you, Morgan? Because I know Gabe's looking something up.
I don't know. I like I'm with you till the end of the line. It's probably the most heart-wrenching for me. It's just, I'm a big purist on the friendship between those two, so I think that one is just like always just makes me super happy.
Yeah.
Or don't do anything stupid while I'm gone, and then the other one will respond, "How can I? You're taking all the stupid with you."
Yeah. That's a good one. I think my favorite funny one is Puny God in Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a really good one. Endgame had a lot of really good ones. I won't lie.
Oh.
Yeah,
the whole thing with Cap's outfit and his butt. That was just amazing.
America's ass.
America's ass.
Yep. So that was just amazing. I loved all of that. Loved that.
Yeah.
And then I am Iron Man, obviously, because
Oh yeah.
we all know that Iron Man is my favorite. So, I mean, that's our next question. So I answered that for you.
So here we go.
But Gabe, favorite line?
I think it's kind of like a toss-up with who the hell is Bucky? And
that's a good one.
That would hurt.
Yeah, that one fucked me up. And then I think definitely, honestly, any of Loki's lines are just my favorite.
I've been calling for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that, or just
Loki
it's
turning
not
into
really
Captain
a line,
America is amazing.
Yes. It's not really a line, but him just whipping out knives, that's my favorite thing that he does.
I love Loki.
Also, from what I've looked up, it says that Stark only has 3 doctorates. Oh, that's all I could find.
So then Banner has more.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So then I was right about that. Yeah, sure.
You could have all the PhDs in the world and still don't know how to tell the greatest salt from the greatest sugar.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Tony invented time travel.
Yeah, well, perfected. They were doing time travel before him, but
they were doing a version of it.
Yeah.
They were shoving time through
Scott Lang.
Scott, not Scott through time.
Yeah.
Let me guess. He turned into a baby? That's got to be one of my favorite lines.
That's a pretty good line. Alright, so, who are your guys' favorite hero? I already said mine is Iron Man.
Hi, Bucky.
Okay, fair. You're in love with Sebastian Stan, so, I mean,
Much
makes
to
sense.
surprise, I'm gonna go with good old Clint Barton, Hawkeye Ronan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. I love Barton.
A good boy.
The best boy.
The best character, I think, is the Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't know how the heck they're going to make a movie after what happened in the movie for after what happened in the thing. But they already confirmed that that Loki's in another timeline now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
No, are you talking about the Black Widow movie?
Yeah.
That's a
I think
prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
It's confirmed?
Yeah, it's set in the 90s.
Oh.
Yeah. And also, this is a spoiler cast. You're free to say whatever.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were just going to split out the timeline a little bit.
No.
They are screwing up the timeline. I know they're doing that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, they already screwed up the timeline, so now they're pretty free will.
Now they're really screwed up the timeline.
Yep. Alright. So, favorite character transformation. Going to that.
Bucky.
Yeah. Also, that's, you know.
Okay, your love affair with Bucky is nice, but can you...
Okay, but see,
Can
here's
you lay
the
out
thing,
the-
though.
Explain it. Go for
Okay,
it.
but here's the thing. Like, it's definitely one of those, like, it's not even, like, and like I said, like, Sebastian Stan is a very attractive man, but it wasn't even, like, that drew me to him. It was definitely the concept that he was the all-American kid, and basically had to take a step back because of his best friend, and I definitely, like, resonate with that, because I do feel like, in some situations, like, I can be doing everything right, and other people get recognized for that kind of same stuff that I am doing. Right. And I think that's literally what drew me to him to begin with, is that, like, he was the one going to the military, he was the one doing all of this, and then his best friend, who had no chance of doing any of that, suddenly becomes the face of America, and, like, you get cast into that shadow. But not only that, like, his willingness to be supportive, there was no jealousy, there was no, in contempt against his friend. He completely was like, hell yeah, like, you are Steve Rogers, and I am going to back you, to the end of the line kind of thing. And I really appreciated that, because they could have totally just fucked his character up completely and have had him be become like an anti-hero in that aspect. And I appreciate that they didn't do it. But also, later down the line, turning him into, like, a vigilante type person and completely destroying all of his character and having to have him rebuild that whole character. I really appreciated it, because it's like, you've been stripped of everything that you knew. You barely know your best friend, and even though you kind of are relearning all of that stuff, you're still very hesitant. You're still terrified, probably. And, like, I appreciate it. Like, I wish there was more screen time with, like, his aspect of, like, all of the PTSD that he's going through, and, like, all of the kind of stuff that, like, he's remembering that he did, and, like, the people that he's killed, and things that he definitely, didn't want to do or didn't want to be. And I kind of wish, like, we got a lot more into that, because I think it would have definitely helped set up that whole thing with Tony. And I think it could have helped a lot better with Tony's whole PTS and anxiety disorders that they, like, started to touch base on, because, Bucky's going through a lot of that same shit.
I do agree with you, to have someone who has it all, he has it all laid out in front of him, and to watch him get stripped away of that is super powerful and super moving. And then to watch someone literally rebuild their life, just from, trying to figure out who they were and who they are now, is really powerful, and it's really moving. And they definitely, I feel as well, that they could have just taken that and pushed it further, because they didn't. I mean, they had it going for them, but they could have expanded so much more and added so much more depth. So I agree with you.
I don't read into Bucky that much. I'm like, it's a tragic story to be screwed up that way. Lost on a mission, to being mind wrenched, to being used by an evil organization to ultimately come into terms with himself in Wakanda. Yeah. There's a lot more to the character than I first realized.
Yeah, that's what makes me sad, is because they didn't even give him any of that. Like, there is no closure that they gave him, really. And I'm just like, you could have done so much more with this character and have made him so much more beloved, but you guys decided to just be like, okay, you have no arm now. Have fun. And it's like, really? Come on now.
You're oversimplifying it. You are oversimplifying it when you say that. They did more than just take off his arm. They destroyed his very being to be used for something else.
Yes, they did in the beginning, but you don't get anything after Winter Soldier. There is no more, like, yes, he gets a little end scene about him coming out of a tent and him living with his life and everything, but there is no more characterization after that. It is literally just, okay, here you are now, like, you have to come to terms with it, and, like, I feel like that's a very unfair ending for him. Is that, like, okay, you're just kind of like a background character now, and that's not fair. Like, you get a whole movie and now you're a background character. I'm very passionate about Bucky.
Here's the thing, though. His story isn't over. I think they're going to do more with him.
They're doing a TV show spinoff with him and Falcon New Cap. I'm not.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
There you
Sorry, I couldn't think of his name.
Okay. So, what about you, Morgan? Who's your favorite character transformation?
His transformation is probably Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I just, for some reason, having seen her come to terms with everything that she can really do in Endgame, just to see her unleash her full true power, and just see her from, the bad to her just kind of being there and trying to live the loss of her brother, much like the Bucky storyline we see. However, it's nice to see her come to terms with what she can do and how she can take that pain and put it into the good like she's always wanted.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that, especially in Endgame. Like, it was probably the biggest joy was seeing her just kick ass.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't really see her use her powers that often. I mean, she has it, she's used it, but she's never gone, like, full ham with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely in Endgame, she is the only one, except for Captain Marvel, to actually make Thanos fear his life.
Yeah. Like, for him to call that strike because of her, like, that shows, like, she's just as powerful as everyone else. She's not.
She's enhanced by the Mind Stone, right?
Yes, Mind Stone.
Yes.
And then Captain Marvel is enhanced by Space Stone. Canonically, Captain Marvel is the strongest Avenger because she has mastered her powers over it. Scarlet Witch isn't the strongest because she hasn't fully mastered her powers.
Oh god, if those two fight. Ugh.
I think in the comics they do fight at one point.
I think so,
because
too.
I think
in the comics, she's a mutant.
Is she? Well, because I think Scarlet Witch goes crazy in the comics.
Oh, yeah, that's the House of M. Have you ever read that one?
I haven't, delved into the comics, at all. I've just, seen things here and there. But I'm pretty sure in the comics she goes, full crazy.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. But canonically, I know Captain Marvel and her are, some of the strongest, and I think, what's her name? Jean Grey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I'm not watching that freaking Dark Phoenix movie. It's going to fly twice.
That's so good. I'm so excited for it.
I think after that movie, Fox's, thing runs out with them, and then Marvel can take back the... Whoa, my god. That was loud.
I'm sorry.
Stop eating those freaking Frosted Flakes, dang it.
They're so good.
Resist the flakes.
Anyway.
I'm hungry.
Anyway,
I haven't eaten since 5 o'clock yesterday.
Why did you do that? That's stupid.
I ate at 7 o'clock yesterday, I think? No. We're just messing.
Eating is for the weak.
I agree. Just kidding. Please eat, everyone. don't take advice from us.
Unless your name is Gabe.
Anyways, back on track here.
Back on track. Let's after Dark Phoenix, I think Marvel gets control again of the X-Men franchise, and I think they're gonna start adding them back into the MCU. I think that's what's happening.
There's rumors about Henry Cavill being Wolverine.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know how validated those rumors are, but I know they're there.
Huh. Okay, let's get back to main focus. Favorite character transformation. Nathan, it's your turn.
Definitely Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because, you know, he used to be able to trust everything, but now he didn't. But more so, I think, Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Him finding out who his real dad is. And all the crazy shit he goes through.
Yeah.
Good old Chris Pratt.
And John Brooker was his name? Kevin Brooker? What? Who's Yondu?
Oh,
Mike Rooker.
Gosh.
Mike Rooker, yeah.
I love Yondu so much.
Yondu has a
I'm Mary
great
Poppins,
transformation.
y'all.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
Is he cool? I love Yondu. Oh. Yeah. Oh,
A good
man.
transformation.
I haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy in a minute. That's a lie. I watched all the Marvel movies twice right before Endgame. So, there's that.
Twice? Oh boy, this is like 19 movies. Excuse me.
Excuse you, there's like 22 movies, aren't there?
Oh, it was like 19 before Infinity War, right?
Yeah, that was 54 hours of film twice that I watched. Just
Why?
kidding, I didn't watch, both times I didn't watch Incredible Hulk because that movie doesn't exist to me.
Oh.
And the second time
it's
through, I
okay.
didn't watch Thor: The Dark World because that is difficult to watch.
I mean, I get that one. That one, yeah. The whole
That's difficult to watch.
is that Nicole Kidman? Who's
Nicole Kidman.
Natalie Portman? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natalie Portman is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get what her beef was, really.
What her beef was? What do you mean?
What her problem was with the Marvel stuff.
She didn't really have one. She only signed like a 2-contract thing with Marvel.
Well, why didn't she re-up? She would have gotten a ton of money.
They didn't ask her
Yeah,
to
but she's
re-up.
more focused on intelligent, not intelligent. Like she's really focused on like science. She has like a PhD and like does a lot of shit, and she's more focused on that.
But Marvel didn't want like Jane to be in a lot of stuff. That was more like a
I'm holding up
Marvel
this Vanity
thing.
Fair article right here. Let me see here.
There was like something with a director who had been cut with her, right? And she was pretty mad about it, but I think they reconciled in the end. I'm not 100% sure with that.
I just think there wasn't like a whole lot that they wanted to do with Jane in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, she served her purpose in the movie, and it's hard to go when you're not, necessarily needed in the movies.
Yeah.
Like she did great, but
yeah, like there's kind of a difference when you have someone like Pepper, who's a little bit more in line. Yeah, she's kind of more in line with the story because she's so much involved with Tony's storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of more needed through it. And I mean, even she was missing in a few movies.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't in Age of Ultron or Civil War. Or a couple other ones, I don't remember what they were.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, so I guess it's my turn on favorite arc.
Mm-hmm.
Or transformation, rather. I really liked Black Widow's transformation through it. So she started off kind of like really tough front, always, like never let her guard down or anything. And you slowly like start seeing this softer side to her. and you start seeing like an actual person instead of like this hardcore assassin, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then her end scene with the frickin' Barton. Oh god, that was the most heart wrenching for me. That they wanted to kill themselves, and the other one didn't want to kill. God.
Yeah. That was really difficult for me to watch, and I knew going into Endgame that she was going to die. I just didn't know how.
How did what made you think that?
Because of her line in Avengers, I have read in my ledger, and I want to wipe it out.
Mm-hmm.
And Loki's saying back to her, "That's a lot of red to wipe out." And just
This is the first Avengers or when?
First Avengers. First Avengers. When she's like interrogating him while he's in Banner's little cage thing.
Mm.
So I knew going into that and just kind of watching her character kind of transform and becoming softer and more like really involved with the people around her, and her like really developing like her actual family because she had none.
Yeah.
And
besides her like little yearlings and that she was raised with in the KGB thingy.
Yeah, and she doesn't consider those family. Because those were just other assassins to her.
Yeah. I agree though. She definitely had the best coming around story.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are mad that she died because they see it as just like, oh, you just killed another female character just for this reason or whatever. But I don't see it like that, actually. I see it as like that's actual closure for her character.
Yeah.
Because that is her wiping out all the red that she put in her ledger.
And and for the best reason, it's not like it didn't go. It was the soul for the soul. So she's still there fighting with the team. She still played her part. She brought her A game.
As a metaphorical stone.
Well, yeah, because she's trapped in the stone now. That's where they go once they.
Yep. She's hanging out with Gamora.
Yeah.
That I'm not so sure of. Gamora got destroyed in the first timeline, along with all the stones in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, you're right. Well, now I'm sad about that. Thanks. I had solace that they were hanging out together.
Mingle in my misery.
I've been sending Zach like sad things every day of like sad Marvel things. So, he really hates me now. That's fun. He wanted to tease me about stuff, so I was like, I'm gonna send you a sad Marvel thing every single day. That's what you get. That's what you get. Yeah, it was like a month. Yep. So, I got called a monster a couple times. That was fun. Anyway. But yeah. So, my other favorite character transformation is also the other person that died, Tony. I mean, he started off as a completely selfish, doesn't care about anyone but himself, like, worst kind of human that there is. And
they really make you hate him, but then they make you love him.
And he turns into a loving husband, a loving father, who cares so much about everyone around him, so much about everyone but himself, and sacrifices himself so that he can save everyone else, and save literally the universe. And I was just like, well, cool. They killed my dad. Fun.
Technically they killed my dad, because, I got the whole name thing going for me, which I'm really mad about, because there's about to be a lot more Morgans in the world, and I'm going to be so confused for the rest of my life.
See, you said that, and I was like, your last name is Stark? But I forgot your first name was Morgan.
As we've been calling her Morgan this whole podcast.
Yeah.
The Gabe, I won't lie, was in the same boat as you for a second. And then I looked at her name and I was like, oh, it's Morgan, that's right.
I was like, damn, your parents got on that Stark train quickly. Like, how did they know the kid's name was gonna be Morgan? What the fuck?
You can see just the future.
God, we are a mess. Oh.
Arguably here, I have to say, Thanos did have a pretty good transformation throughout the series as well.
A villain arc.
He did have a good villain arc.
He did.
I hated how they made you feel for him. Like, he wasn't just, a villain. He, had the motives, and he had a storyline, and he had a whole reason. They made you feel like he, it made sense in a way. And I love that they could do that with him.
Although, there's one line for me that undoes the whole thing.
What is it?
When he's talking about snapping the whole frickin' world out of existence, and then Cap says, it'll be made from blood, and he responds, they won't know. That breaks the illusion for me.
Yeah.
That ultimately breaks the giant glass mirror of him.
See, that doesn't break it for me, because at that point he hadn't lost Gamora yet. He hadn't lost Nebula yet. He hadn't felt that pain of losing his daughters and Gamora, who he actually genuinely cared for.
Yeah.
He hadn't felt that pain yet, so he didn't know.
He was a completely different Thanos, so I'm talking more along like Infinity Wars. Not Endgame Thanos, because you see two different Thanoses.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos.
Danai. Oh God.
Huh?
Danai.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos is completely one-dimensional. It's just like, okay, that's
a
the
cameo.
Villain. Yeah, I mean, but it's still like very one-dimensional. It's like nothing. It's like, oh, okay, it's just like whatever. He's just like this, and then you see him in Infinity War, and it is completely different. You see how it's like really started to change him. How not having Gamora with him has been.
Yeah.
Like, he really did see her as his daughter.
Yeah. That, it gave him a lot of
see him that way?
intention.
It's one-sided.
It is one-sided.
I am not a Thanos fan. He is an evil asshole who wanted to snap the entire world, entire universe, and create genocide through it.
You're
Trust
not supposed
me.
to be a Thanos fan, but
Not
I just
a Thanos
appreciate the way that they did him.
Right.
Wait, what?
Not a Thanos fan at all. Don't get that twisted. I appreciate the character arc that they gave him.
Yes.
I can't even do that, honestly.
Really?
And that's fair. I mean, you're entitled to that.
Yeah, I just like remember that scene where he gave Gamora the blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's going on in the background? He's killing half the entire freaking planet of that species.
But that was his goal. That was what he set out to do. I mean, who they made Thanos out to be.
Wait, what?
You have to think about where Thanos came from. He watched his planet get destroyed because of the overpopulation and everything. So that's why he started out on this mission. That's why everything happened. He made it happen because he saw what, overcrowding, overpopulation, all of that did, and so he lost his life because of it. And so he was set out in the wrong way to try and fix the problem, and he did it all wrong.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't find it
side of it.
I find he is one of the best villains ever, but I find that Killmonger is a better villain, even though Black Panther is kind of one-dimensional.
I like Black Panther. It was a monumental start, and I'm excited to see where they go with it.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll release everything once Spider Person comes out.
Spider-Person.
Spider-Man.
I'm
Spider-Person.
so excited for Spider-Man. I'm also really sad, and I'm gonna cry through that whole movie too.
Oh my
'Cause
lord.
it's my little Peter Parker, and I love him. And he's just gonna be sad the whole movie. Because Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is my second favorite. So
Can we
he
just talk
lost
about
his dad. And I'm
how
sad.
funny it is that Mary Jane was just like, "You're Spider-Man," and he's like,
Have you seen like the edit where it's just like it keeps popping up like little random thoughts that he's having like the whole time?
yeah.
What? Can you link that in the Discord?
I will have to find it because I saw it on Twitter somewhere like when the trailer dropped a month ago. But I can probably find it after the podcast. But it's like, how was I so obvious? Was I obvious? How does she know? No one should know.
Yeah.
It's just like, he's like, this is not what I was gonna tell her. It's
How are we doing on time?
We're at 41 minutes.
Okay.
So, Gabe, where'd you go?
I'm still here, just listening to y'all talk.
So you did what I did while you guys were discussing Bucky.
Yes.
Gotcha. Alright. So, what do you guys think is really, like, in the future for the MCU?
One, I think is the Eternals, but I don't think that's what you mean. You don't mean properties, you mean, like, themes.
Anything, really.
Well, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Angelina Jolie and another actor from Korea. They're signed on for the Eternals. So there's that. There's Doctor Strange 2, which I'm looking forward to. There's Black Panther 2, and then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Mm-hmm. Which I heard that one is going to be more focused on Gamora.
Yeah.
How, though, with Thanos snapped away? But yeah.
What do you mean, how?
I mean, who's she gonna fight against? Like,
I think it's more along. They're trying to find her because in the end of Endgame, you see
them
Star-Lord
looking
for her,
and also it's Gamora from in this new universe in 20. What's the year that they're in now? It was 2018. Technically at the beginning of Endgame, and that's 5 years in the future. So 2023 is
yeah,
the year that they're in now, and she's from 2014. So she's trying to figure out what she's doing. And she's not with Nebula.
She's not. She's on her own. I think it's gonna be. They have a lot going on for her, and I'm excited that they have the director back. What is his name?
What's his name?
The guy who plays Korg?
No, that's
Tiki Wahidi.
No.
It's a Gunn, right?
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
James Gunn.
I'm glad that they resolved that because I feel like he has a good vision, and all that.
Yeah. I liked what he did with the first two.
Me too.
So, and I'm hoping that Thor sticks with the Guardians, because that'll be amazing.
So what are they going to title it? Thor and the Guardians?
No, it'll just be Guardians of the Galaxy, and Thor is just as part of the Guardians now.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy in 4, Volume 3.
Quill and Thor are the best combination.
They are funny together.
It is amazing. At the end of Endgame, when he just keeps messing with the thing, and
The
he's like,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Of course. It's another great line of the MCU. Just keep repeating, of course.
So, besides Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, and the Eternals and Black Widow, what other movies do I think are up on the slate.
It's phase 4, right? We're
Yep.
Yep,
approaching phase 4.
Do you think we'll get another Ant-Man?
Yeah, definitely. Probably not immediately, but
No,
definitely.
it'll be a while.
Yeah.
So,
do you know how old Paul Rudd is?
he's 50, and I'm mad about
I know.
it. I'm mad
Swear to
about
God,
it.
what a version's up in here. Seriously.
What a beautiful man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's unfair. That is
He
unfair.
works for it. He works his ass off to look like that. Don't worry.
I mean, everyone in the Marvel universe has to.
Except Chris Hemsworth.
For right now. Thor will get back in shape. Thor has to be back in shape by the next movie he's in. Unless they just keep Fat Thor. That'll be great.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. It adds a lot to Thor.
What, him being fat?
Yeah.
He's like more relaxed now. He doesn't care as much.
Well, I like how they.
I mean, he was pretty relaxed in Ragnarok, though.
That's fair.
But I like how they made
But this,
it like.
listen, this also just gives Chris Hemsworth a break. He needs it.
Yeah.
Let the
I
man
loved how when
breathe.
he called the thunder down on himself, his beard magically twined together.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
I think my favorite is because of Thor. You know, we see like you don't have to be who everyone wants you to be. You can just. It's okay to not meet everyone's expectations, and I think that's a great way to represent that. Is to just know that you are good the way you are. You're still good inside. You're still a good person. Just because you're not who the world expects you to be, you're not. I think that was probably one of the best things they could have done to show, you know, it's okay to, you know, not okay, because in the end, you'll figure it out, and that was really strong, really motivating for Marvel to do.
And I like that even though he was obviously severely depressed and he had severe anxiety issues, he literally had a panic
And
attack in the
alcohol
movie.
issues, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still worthy of Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Despite his issues, he was still worthy of it. Because they knew that it was very obvious he could still overcome that.
Yeah.
And then he dual-wielded Mjolnir and Stormbreaker and put the thunder on Thanos' ass. That was awesome.
Cap
Talk about how Cap
getting
picked up
Mjolnir. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Apparently
amazing.
Apparently he could pick it up in frickin' Age of Ultron too, but he didn't.
No, he lifted it a little bit,
Yeah.
and Thor had a freak out.
He was
Do you not
being
remember that
apparently Cap was being nice
Is
by
that
not lifting it in Age of Ultron.
what it is?
That is confirmed by Kevin Feige. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? So then that whole scene at the end with Tony and Cap discussing, like, putting it in an elevator and the elevator not being worthy. That's just Cap just making Thor feel better then? And making Tony feel better?
Apparently, yeah. I'll link to the article about it, but yeah.
Cap. Now I'm mad at Cap. Also, I'm annoyed that Cap now picks up Mjolnir and now he's an old man. I'm like, no. I don't like that.
He had to get he lived his life as a soldier. Give him a break.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm mad. I'm forever mad about that.
No.
Yeah.
It was sad and touching. Stop being so mad.
No.
It's. I think it's also.
No, what I'm really mad about with Cap's ending is that, like, during all of Endgame, the only thing he cared about was Peggy, not his best friend that he thought was dead for years, that he found out was alive and got snapped away, or his other best friend that he was hiding with from the world because he was a fugitive that also got snapped away. All he cared about was Peggy. I'm very mad about that.
It seems like that, but they just didn't show it. It's probably in the deleted scenes when that comes out.
That should have been in the main movie.
It was already 3 flipping hours wrong.
I
Give
don't
me a
care.
break.
I don't care. That relationship should have taken center focus, because what was center focus was the snap.
Right. And I don't know. I think that while we did hit a really long, movie time, I think, and I think Axel agreed with me here, is that Bucky, in the end, he knew that Steve wasn't coming back the same Steve he knew. You could see it in his eyes and how he immediately turned his focus away from the portal and everything, and he turned to the bench. It's like he knew what was coming. He knew that,
and he smiled a little bit too.
It was the end of the line for them, as being in the same era and being together. I think it was kind of really strong to show that the bond that they have. But I think that it would have been okay to have more storyline, but I also understand why we didn't see as much of it.
I wonder if they're going to show any of the in-between, between when he went over there.
What do you
I mean, they have potential
In between when he finally put all the stones away and had his life with Peggy, and then that bed scene. If there's going to be any in-between stories, like maybe a one-off or whatever.
I don't know. I doubt it, but
Also, to go back to what you were saying, Morgan, I firmly believe that Steve had talked to Bucky about not coming back, because he said, don't do anything stupid until I get back. They had their little moment with that, and then he said, I'm going to miss you.
yeah.
Knowing full well Steve wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
He said that? I don't remember that.
He
He
did.
said, I'm going to miss you, buddy.
Yes.
Thanks, Axie.
I was trying to give you your Sebastian Stan moment.
I've talked too much about Sebastian Stan.
Nah, it's fine.
I mean, when I stand, I stand, so I'm right there with you.
Stan?
Dios mío.
Don't ever use Stan like that.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Oh, I just did, and I'll do it again. Don't use that
Listen.
Stan like that.
You'll get outbid here, buddy.
Ay, Dios mío.
No.
Children. Dad loves you all equally.
I know where that term
That's
comes
not
from,
true.
and I
You
know
have
it's
said I am
worth
most
it.
favorite
Shut your mouth, Taylor.
girl. No. All the Discord knows, it's fine. Wow, we went all
Dan is a
quiet. That was
sad
great.
song. No,
Sorry, I was taking a
sit
drink of
right.
my
Trust
my delightful drink here.
You know what, Nathan? Slang changes with the time. It's fine.
There's some slang that shouldn't change, and I'll
You know,
leave it at
it
that.
does.
You know?
It
It's
does.
I'm not saying
inevitable.
that it does or doesn't.
Get over
I'm
it.
saying that there's a difference.
Doesn't matter. Slang changes.
Moving on.
Is there anything else that we should discuss?
How about them
Who's
Red
gonna
Sox?
watch it opening day? The new Spider-Man.
Okay,
Duh.
also, new Spider-Man comes out July 2nd, yes?
Yes.
That's
Correct.
a Tuesday.
Is it? Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Let me look.
because that's the day that we leave for RTX, which is a Tuesday.
Oh, fetch McGee.
So just see it in Austin. See it that night.
Yo!
Fam, that's a 15-hour
That's the
drive.
Alamo.
Oh, you're not flying, right?
No.
No, we're not flying.
It's not even
Morgan.
15 hours. It's 16.
Well, you
16-hour
could, like,
drive. Listen, I don't know how Zach drives yet, so we'll find out.
No, it's a 14-hour drive for me because I drive.
I don't know how Zach drives yet. We'll find out.
Holy
You
shit!
guys are
that's
leaving
about-
on the 2nd?
How the fuck does
Yeah.
it done
Yeah.
that? Well, go see it on Wednesday then, when you guys get it, as like a end of road trip thing.
We'll go see
Yeah.
it without Zach while he's at Let's Play Live.
Oh, yeah! And we'll take Christian.
So
with
what I'm
us.
hearing is impromptu meetup.
Yeah!
Yes, while we're all in Austin. RTAZ meetup in Austin.
Texas!
RT that AZ, yo.
What a great plan. Love
We're
this.
gonna do it.
Alright,
Pops.
so if you're going to RTX and you're part of RTAZ, Let's just go to Spider-Man. You're
Or
gonna be
even,
there like
you know-
July 3rd or July 4th. We'll figure it out. Join the
just
Discord.
come see it with us.
Or the Twitter. One of those.
Or all of it.
Dad'll post something.
Yeah.
Yep. No
We'll
worries.
find out.
I
I'll remind
suck
him.
because I can't go this year, and I've been going since like 2012.
I finally get to go and you can't go.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go until Friday night, so shout out to Taylor and Zach
And Christian, don't forget
and Christian.
your financial. No, you're his financial advisor. That's right.
Financial advisors.
Look, I got the title right this time. All right, we're very off topic now. I hope you enjoyed our Marvel talk
Da,
today.
da, da, da.
That's
Yeah.
not
What's up?
right.
What's up for next week, Taylor?
I don't remember.
Was it
Good.
Denmark?
Let's talk about Game of Thrones so I can scream.
You guys can talk
I
about
haven't-
Game of Thrones. I'll sit here quietly.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
I didn't watch.
So, we'll talk about Game of Thrones. I'll look up stuff so I can be part of the conversation too.
I guess
like-
me too.
Okay. All right, Morgan. It'll be great.
It's fine.
Or you can just come over and watch the episodes with me so you're caught up.
Oh, caught up on all 8 seasons. Wonderful.
I'll
We
just
can
tell
do it.
you. None of it's canon, so it doesn't matter.
That's
Oh, perfect.
true. This last season, like is it this
The
last
last-
season, like or
no,
last like couple seasons?
It's been since season 3. None of it's been canon.
Oh yeah.
What do
So
you mean?
like,
He even wrote some of the episodes.
oh, I have the mouse on screen. He wrote some of them.
Yes, he even directed a few. He directed the. I know the last one he directed was the Viper and the Mountain. That
All right. You
fight
know what?
was-
This is Marvel Talk episode. We'll discuss this on Game of Thrones episode next week.
You better
I hope
count
you
me out because I
enjoyed this.
haven't watched either.
Oh my God.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Sunday Hubbub. We're still a mess. We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll have video next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.